Hello everybody, my name is Joe Guy, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. This is the beginning of an extremely short session of Dragon Age Origins, only surfacing because I am so used to ending my Dragon Age sessions having a nice wind down and chatting with everybody at the camp that the fact that I didn't really have time to do it last session bugs me. So I cleared out a little bit of hard drive space and we're going to have a chat with the folks. We've already chatted with Liliana, so we don't need to do anything else. Let's get right, start a session, just get right into it for a change, because there's nothing much I need to talk about. Right, so let's start with Alistair. Hey Alistair.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Let's see. What shall we ask? Tell me about the Grey Wardens. If you were raised in the Chantry, have you never? I am curious as to what it was like to be a Grey Warden with all the others.
I didn't know them for very long, but I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
No, I'd actually like to hear about them.
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What was his name? It was Gregor. He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
I bet I could have drank it. Nah, I'm kind of a lightweight as it goes, you know. Raising in nobility, it did not do to get drunk around your peers, you know. Sounds like you had a lot of fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Well, anyhow, it doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... Until...
Oh, come on. A lot of people have died, Alistair, and a lot more will. You'll be able to talk about Duncan eventually, alright? In the meantime, let's just be supportive. I'm sorry. It must be hard for you.
Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all.
His beard?
There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
Well, you don't need, you don't need physical mementos of people to keep them alive within you. I mean, sometimes they can help if they mean something a little bit deeper, but your memories of him really will suffice because they do make up part of who you are. So, you do have your memories.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
Alright. Gained approval. Hell yeah, points make prizes. Who should we speak to next? Morrigan. Let's speak to Morrigan next. Ostracized as ever. I see her death of her mother has not made her warmer towards anybody else. Hello. Do I actually have a look at what you've got back here? Bunch of scrolls and bedroll. And you definitely have the nicest spot, Morrigan, but geez. I don't know where the rest of us sleep, by the way. I'm pretty sure the rest of us that aren't in a tent just kind of sleep out the stars. I like to think that I share a tent with Liliana, but really it's just my spare bedroll. Hello, Morrigan. Let's not delve any deeper into that thought process. It's Nathan's private life, for God's sake, guys. Stop being so nosy, goddammit.
I await your command.
Hello, you're smiling at me when I approach now. Ooh, life in the wilds. Ask something?
So, full of questions, are you?
Well, I specifically came to this session to ask questions, so not doing so would seem a little bit overly polite, no? Oh, I don't want to ask any of those. So Flemeth is dead. What now? Never mind. Let's do this.
I await your command.
Life in the wilds must have been very lonely. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
Born free. It does sound quite nice. Did they speak back? You eventually left. Sounds quite nice, but I don't know. I don't really know what to say to that. Did they speak back?
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage.
Nice.
It was encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
Nice. Well, was Flemeth pleased?
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
Aw, man. You're just a child. I have a hard time picturing you heartbroken, it's true. Still, I guess that steely resolve comes from pain like that. Yeah, you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
Well, I suppose so, in the wilds and stuff like that, survival, but at the same time, when you... life and survival and stuff like that, it's never just enough to live, and the fleeting stuff is what makes life kind of worth living, love or pretty stuff or whatever, Ugh, getting all philosophical. I might grow a beard. Well, they made you stronger, I guess. As difficult as that might have been. It's true you don't need to live that way any longer, but I think you kind of want to. So I guess they did make you stronger.
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Morrigan approves. I get the impression I may have lost approval a couple times there, but whatever. How is she thinking of me these days? Warm. But, when Liliana got to that stage, she was in... Jeez, plus 35? You're not winning, are you? No, you're definitely not winning. When Liliana got to that stage, she was interested, that's what she was. But I guess since I've never, I've never gone out of my way to not flirt with Morrigan. It's kind of nice and intuitive that the game kind of picked that up, as opposed to what happened in Mass Effect, where basically you were able to flirt with as many people as you wanted until eventually they forced a confrontation. Fight to the death, I believe it was. I think there was jelly involved as well, or jello if you're American, but I could be misremembering that. It's been a while since I played Mass Effect. Sorry, I appear to have lost my train of thought. Zevran, howdy, dude.
Here I am.
Hello there. I think I said that last time. Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Let's try to get some more information on, why did you want to leave the Crows exactly?
Well, now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
I suppose not. This could be a long play on your part, designed to kill me, but I would say you've had plenty of opportunities to do so, unless you have some other plan to make a spectacle of me, unless Loghain has crafted some mighty downfall for the Grey Warden so that I die in public, maybe I should take you to dinner and see if you make a move, you know? Simply bored? I don't think it's that, but... Well, what would you rather do?
Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
Glenald, will you shut the hell up, please? I'm trying to converse with my folks. I'll get to you in a bit. Well... It does sound awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
Yeah, of course. Women and men. I feel like you're dropping not too subtle hints here, Zevran. So what is it you fancy exactly? No, we're not going to go down that road. His business, you know. Why didn't you just leave them? What a stupid question. I understand, you know, gilded cages can be nice for a limited amount of time, but then eventually people tend to get itchy feet. Yeah, I think I understand.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Yeah, of course. Not like you have much of a choice, mate. Well. When you get the first chance to betray me? Fair question, but I don't want to lose the affection. Oh, God, games. Why do you funnel my choices like this? I'm not complaining. The affection system is actually quite fun, and it makes you pay attention to your characters, and it's like the affection points that you lose or gain in actual conversations are usually quite minor, that you feel free to choose the options that you want to choose and not lose out too much. I like it. It's good. Well, you think that will change?
Everything changes, my friend. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
What the hell is a fishwife? Do you have a wife who's a fish? Hey, Zevran! Easy, tiger. What the hell you got there? What was that? Did I drop some money? Are you stealing from me via the ground? Watching you.
What's on your mind?